In the part 1, we have created the logic for the selection of these folder here. So whenever I am selecting any file and folder, and here we can see that we have the selected items here. But now we have to complete this whole delete files and folders in this particular part. So our first step will be, so we have to first of all get all the subfolders inside this particular folder. So we will create the logic of deletion as well. So before that, we also have to find that like how many folders are there in this one. So like we can see that I have selected this folder here, and this folder is on the root. So whenever I'm going inside this folder, we have further folders and files. So we have to select these ones as well. When we are going to the database here, in the database, and you can see that here we have only two folders for now. One is test folder and another one is the new folder. So new folder, for the new folder we have this path here. So that is actually inside the test folder. You can see that when I'm moving to the test folder, so then here we have a new folder. So in the new folder we have a parent. So this means that this is having a parent. So that's why here first of all we have to find that how many files and folders is having the parent for this one. So those also we have to select when we are selecting the particular folder. So here for now in this video we are just going to do the basic delete files and folder operation. Simply this will be there. So we selected everything, all the subfolders and sub files also getting selected in the tree of this new folder. Everything will be selected inside this folder and it will be shown in this Redux. So all the files and folder will be shown here. So then we are going to delete it one by one. So whenever user will click on this delete button. So that's it for now. We are going to do this, but later on in the upcoming videos, so we will be upgrading this full file management system. So we are going to upgrade every feature. So we are going to make this feature more scalable. So for that, what we will do, so when user will click on the delete folder button, so we will remove the logic of getting files and folders like that one. So actually we will not remove that, but we will provide them one pop-up, so there they can select like inside this folder, so what type of the things they want to delete. So we will do that in the upcoming videos. So for now, our first step will be to get all the subfolders and files in the tree of this new folder, and that we are going to also add in this set items, in the select item. So now without wasting any time, let's get into it. So this is our code here, and in the previous video we have just did few things. So we have created these actions here, and in the folder component and the home component, so we have created two functions, one for the change route. So if the route is getting changed, then we are deselecting all the items, and if item is selected, then we are selecting that particular item, otherwise we are deselecting that. So that's the thing that we have did. Now here what we have to do, so we have a task that we have to get the subfolders of that particular folder. So we don't have to do anything with these components here, with these things, by created users files or for the uploaded users file. So we have to just deal with this user folder. So here what we are going to do, so here for the selection and for the deselection, we are going to create the action creators specially for the folder. So like this. So here let's create the particular action creator here. So that is export const select folder, and here we have to pass that data here. So in the data, so there will be like the document ID can be there, or there will be like whole data will be there here, and we have a dispatch here. But as this one is a function here, let it be the folder. So in dispatch we can have the state as well. So here we have the state as well. So let me console the log the state. So let's see if we are getting the state here or not. As this one is, we are using the Redux thunk, so it will provide the dispatch as well as it will provide the state as well. So let's see the state, and let's console the dispatch as well. So console.log, that is dispatch, and here I am also going to do dispatch. Just save this, and now let's go back to the home, and in the home we are going to import this action creator, select folder. Now let's go here, and here instead of dispatch this select item, I am uncommenting this. Here we are just going to add dispatch select folder, we are going to add doc id, and we will add the data here. Just save this. So this we have done inside our home component only. So let's go back here, and here I will open the DevTools. So now let me refresh it. So when I am refreshing it, I will click on the new folder. So we are not getting anything. Here we should get, okay. So actually this one is inside the folder. We have to move to the root folder here. So let me reload it. When I'm clicking on the test folder, here you can see that we are getting a state here. So in the state what we have, so we have let c equals to or e.get state. So it is returning us that particular object for the state. So this one is actually a function. So let's do one change here, and here I'm going to call this state. So state, let's try to call this state. So let's see what's happening here. So I'm going to refresh it again. I'm going to click here. So you can see that when I call the state here, here we are getting one object. So what is that object? So that object is the same object so that we have here for the auth and for the file and folders. So here you can see that we have the files and folder, and for now we don't have any selected items. Also this test folder is selected, but we are not adding that to the this Redux. So here we can also get the state. This we know that now. So now what we are going to do, so here we are going to use the destruction operator from the state. I'm calling the state here, and here we are going to fetch something. So that is from the files and folder we are fetching the selected items. So let's see the selected items here. Selected items. Just save it, and I'm going to remove the dispatch from the console, and here let's remove this. So when I'm selecting again here, so you can see that we are getting a selected items. So I'm going to refresh it again, and let's see if we have any error while refreshing. We don't have any error while refreshing. So just I'm going to click here, and we are getting the selected items. So this means that our state is working perfectly. So now we actually don't want the selected items. So here this was just for the example. Here what we want, here we have to select the user folders or user sub files. So for that we have to get user folders and user files from the file and folders here. So that we have to get. So let's do that. So here we have to get user folders and we have to get user files here, and here we can console those as well, user folders, and we can console the users file. Just save it, and when I'm going to select it again, you can see that I am getting user folders here. So these are all the user folders, and here we have to check the data for that user folder and file, and we have to check the parent if that parent is with this doc id or not. So here what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to combine these user folders and files in the array. So I think this will not be a good thing. So let's do one thing here. So here we are going to filter all the files here. So just we are going to filter the files. That one is user files, and we will get that particular user file. So we are getting we are doing like file.data.parent here. As you can see here, we have data and then we have a document ID. So in the data we have all the metadata. So for that with that only we can do the selection. And if it is doing this with doc ID, that data we have sent. And same for the folders, folders, or we can say that subfolders. So we have to select all the ones as well. So let's do folder files and subfolders. But here we will have one issue. So let's see what's that issue. First of all, I'm refreshing it again and let's test it, like if it is giving us the right thing or not. So now when I've selected this folder here, you can see that we have two files here. We actually have two folders here. This one is not good. This should be user files and this should be folders. Just save it. So we have to do it again. So just I'm selecting it again and you can see that we have two files here. So one is screenshot, that is one is uploaded, and another one is new file.txt. And second one, we have a folder here. So that is actually a subfolder which is having this parent. So this one here we are getting this parent here. But here we have one issue. You can see that we know that we have only one folder here. When I'm going here, I'm under this folder. We can see that we have only one folder here. Now let's move inside this folder. I'm moving inside the subfolder, and here I'm going to create one new folder here again, like test sub folder. Just I'm going to add the folder here. Folder is added, and here you can see that we have three folders now. Now I'm going to the root again and I'm trying to select this test folder. So here what we are getting. So we are only getting one folder, but we are not getting that subfolder of the subfolder. So it should have the two folders, but we are not getting that. So for that we have to write the different logic. So instead of this parent, we have to utilize this path. This path is an array. So we can utilize this. So how we can utilize this? Let's see. So here you can see when I'm inside the files and folder, let's go to the folder and let's see the second folder. This one is there, and here I'm seeing the path, and you can see that this one is the test folder. This one this one is a test subfolder, means this one is the subfolder of this test folder, and in the test folder we have a new folder, and inside that folder we have this test subfolder. So in the path you can see that we are getting this ID, test folder ID, as well as we are getting the new folder ID. So that's why I created the path here, to show this thing as well as for the selection one. So we are going to not use that parent here. So we are just going to use the field, so that is path, which is an array. So we are going to go through the array and we are going to find this one. So if this is present, then only we will show it. So let's see how we can do it. So it is simple. So here instead of parent in the subfolder, just we are going to do if folder dot data dot here we will have the path dot find. So here we are going to find, and in the path we have to just find the doc ID. So let's see if we are having the doc ID in the path or not. Let's go to the folders here, and here we are going to check for the path, and inside the path we have a name as well as we have a ID. So instead of doc ID we are going to get the ID. If it is there, if it is not equals to undefined, so then this means that this is a subfolder of that particular folder. Let's see if it's working. So actually we don't have to refresh it, so I'm refreshing it again. So now I'm clicking on this test folder, and here we don't have any other folder here. So let's see why we have that issue here. We have a path and we are finding, we have to check here. Yeah, here we have the issue here. So we have to check the path.id, not this data.id, because this path.id is inside the folder.data.path. This data.doc ID is inside the data that we are sending to select. Now let's click on this one again, and boom, here you can see that we are getting this data here. So we are getting that folder. So let's see the folder. This one is the new folder, and this one is the test subfolder. So we are getting this here. So this means that we have selected all the files and folders here. Now what we have to do? So we have to just add these ones here. So we have to add these ones. So for that, let's create one more action here to like select those particular to add those particular items here. So instead of this this one, I'm going to create one more action here. Let's go to the first of all actions, file folder actions, and here I'm going to create one export const select all select items, here it is, just save it. So now let's go here, and here we are going to import select items here, and let's go here and let's create that action as well. Here select items, and just we have created this action, and here just we are going to add dispatch select items, and just we are going to iterate those ones, just save it. Now as we have done this change here, so we have to do this change in this reducer as well. So select items we have, and then in the select items we will have the array. We will add the case here select items, and just we will add those items from the payload, just we will iterate through those ones, just save this. So here we are using the spread operator, so this means that this will run the for loop, this will iterate through that particular item, and like this one, this will add that particular item. That's it. So now let's see if it's working or not. So here instead of the 3 items here in the selected one, so when I'm checking the I'm adding the test folder, so here we should have the test folder, and as well as we should have the 4 more files, in which 2 will be folders there, means total 3 folders which should be there, and there will be like 2 files will be there, total 5 items should be there. So when I'm clicking on this test folder, you can see that in the selected items we have 4 things. So first thing, we have this item here. Yeah, we have 4 things. So that's right. So this one is right. So we have 4 things here. First of all, we have the new file, and the second thing, we have, let's see what it is. We have this uploaded file, and then these two are the folders here. So that's correct. But we don't have anything like if it is a type is folder or type is file, so that we will add that. So that's not a problem. So here what we are going to do, so here just we have, when we are filtering it, and after that we have to send here the few things. So that one is, it will be our folder, and then we are going to just add the type as folder here. So this thing we have to send, and same thing we have to do here, and this one is of the type file. That's it. And here we have to add one more thing, so that is our root folder. So we have to add that data as well, so that we don't have to forget. So here we are adding the data here, and after that we are adding the type as folder. That's it. Now we should have 5 items there. Let's reload this. I'm selecting this. We have error. Folder is not defined. Oh, sorry. This one is error. So this should be in the string. Now when I'm selecting this, we should have 5 things here. You can see that we have 5 items here. And the first one is doc ID data, and type is a folder, and this one will be the test folder. And we have all the other items. So where we have type file, type folder, and we have type folder here. So let's do the same thing for the deselection as well. So here we will do export const deselect file. So we have to create the action for that one as well. So let's create, here we have the deselect all. So not deselect all, so we will add the deselect items. Deselect items are there. Just save this, and we will go to the reducer here. Let's go to the action creator, and here we will import deselect items, and same thing we are going to do in the reducer. In the reducer there will be the deselect items, and we are going to do the same thing here. So we will have the deselect items, and just we are going to check if we are going to just add that one if it's not included here. So if payload not includes that particular doc ID, so just that thing we have to do. So we have to just pass the document IDs here. So here what we are going to do, so we have the deleted files here, and then we have the doc ID, and here also we need the state here. So we also have to find all the ones. So for that we need the logic here. So what we have to do, so let's create one reusable component, reusable thing here. So what it will be, so let's create that a function here, reusable function, get sub items, and here we are going to pass the data, and here just we are going to get the state, and what state will do, state will do the things like this one. I'm just going to copy this and paste it here, and it will return us this one. It will return us these files and folders here, or let it be, will return us this one, folder files and subfolders. And here we just don't have to deal with this logic. Now what we will do, so we will do the destruction here and get these items. That's it. So same thing we are going to do it here, and here we just have to pass the IDs here. So here we have to create one action for the deselect items. It will not be exported, and in that we will just pass the doc IDs. So here we will get the doc IDs, const files doc IDs, and folder doc IDs. That's it. So we are going to deselect these all items here. We have to pass this doc ID. Let's see what we have done here. So we have the payload. So in the payload, just we have to pass the doc ID. That's it. So we have the array here. Doc ID, and just we have to iterate through all the doc IDs. That's it. Here will be like delete folder, not delete folder, deselect folder. Copy this and save this, and let's go here. In the home, we are going to add this, that is deselect folder, and once the deselect folder is done, so we are just going to pass here deselect folder. That's it, and we are going to pass the doc ID. Yeah, with this one, and here we also need the doc ID. So that's it. Now let's see the changes. So when I'm selecting this one, so we have error, so that is data is not defined. So where we have the issue here, this one is the data, and okay, we have to pass the data as well, and by default data will be empty. Let's pass the data as well. We have the data here, and here we will pass the doc ID in the object. Just save this. Now let's see. Click on test folder. So these all should be selected. So 5 items are selected here. Now I'm deselecting it, so all should be gone. But we still have all the items here. So this one is the issue. So let's see where we have the error here. So we have the doc ID here, and we are getting all the files and folders. That's great. And here we have the doc IDs, and we have added deselect items. In that we have all the doc IDs. That's great. And now let's move to the reducer. In the reducer we have deselect items, and okay, so this one is the issue. So here we have done where it is, let me open it again. Yeah, here we have done deselect item. Here should be deselect items. That's it. So we have the issue resolved here. So I'm selecting it again. So let me reload this. I'm selecting this again, and here we are getting these 5 things here. So when I'm deselecting it again, and here we should not get those 5 items. That's it. This one is empty. So let me select all these. We should have 7 items here. In the selection you can see that it is up to 6 from 0. So we have 7 items. So when I'm deselecting this test folder, so there should be only 2 items. That's great. So this is working very perfectly. Now we have to just do the delete operation here. We have everything done. So now there will be just 10-minute task and our this whole logic will be completed. So now we have done this, the selection one. So let's do one thing here before deleting the files and folder, before doing the delete operation. So let's add the button here whenever we are selecting anything from here. So let's do that. So that one is very easy. So we have to go to the navigation bar. Let's find the navigation bar here. So we have the sub nav bar, and here we have this one, and here you can see that we are getting the breadcrumb, and after that we are getting the upload file, create file, and create folder. So let's add the one component here. So that one is for the delete, not the upload one. That one is just for the delete one. So we are going to create the component for that. So for that I'm going to create one new folder. So that one is delete button. So there is a delete button, and we are going to utilize the same button for this. Just I'm going to copy everything from the create file, and I'm going to the delete button here creating the index.jsx file. So this index.jsx file is for the delete button. So I'm pasting it here. Here instead of create file we are having delete button, and here also we will have delete button. So that's it. We actually don't need the current folder as well here for now. So let's add the current folder, so that's not a problem. So here for now I am commenting the section creator because we don't need this one, and also we don't need form, and we don't need the model. So here instead of this we need one button here, so that will be fa trash. fa trash alt will be there, so that icon we need. And here what we have to do here, so in the use selector we don't need anything regarding user files or user id. We just need one thing, so that one is selector items, and here will be state.file folders and selected items. So let's add one more thing. So let's add the user id as well. So we need that one as well, selected items here. That's it. Here handle submit, we need that, but we don't need any e and anything here. So just we are going to add the console log here. So here what I'm going to do, let's remove this everything from handle submit, and here just I'm going to console delete able deletable items. So these will be the selected items. So just this thing we have, and one more thing we need, we don't need any model here, so I'm going to remove that particular model. And here instead of create file, so there will be a button for the delete. So delete, here we will check if selected items is greater than 1. So here we will write delete items, otherwise we will write delete item. And then here we will have fa trash alt. So this icon will be there, and variant will be outline dark will not be there. This will be danger. Just save this. Let's go here and let's select particular folder. Actually we haven't implemented that. We don't have to show the model here as well. Just we have to write the handle submit function. That's it. So we have a delete button here, and let's go to the sub nav, and in the sub nav we will use this delete button here, delete button, so it will be imported automatically, and we will just pass the current folder and we will use nbsp. Just save this. Now let's go back, and I have selected this one. Let me reload this. So it is actually fetching the folder. Still we are not getting the delete one. This is because cannot read cloud firestore backend. Okay, I think I have some internet issues. Let me reload it again. So here we should have that folder, but we are not getting that one. We should have that button here. Let's see again. We have a call md5 rounded 2 deflex variant, it's danger, so we should have this one. We don't need the show model here again, and we also don't need the set file here, so we just need the dispatch. And here we have the delete button, and we are just using the delete button in the subnav. Yeah, actually we have to use this delete button in the root as well, so that's why it was not showing. Now you can see that we have a delete item. So let it be call md6. That's great. So we have a call md6 here. Let's add the call md6 here as well. Just save this. So now when I'm inside the folder, so we have the delete item here as well. But we only want to show it when we have the things here, like whenever we have the things in the selected items. So for that, just add the check here. If it is 0, so then we are just going to return null, or let it be just we are going to return the null here. That's it. We are not going to show anything. So here I have selected this. We are getting delete items because we have many things here. When I'm selecting it, we are getting delete item. So when I'm clicking on the delete item, we have some issue. So that is console is not defined because I wrote the spelling wrong. It should be console. So let me select it again, delete item, and here we are getting the deleted items. Let's click this, delete items, and here we have all the deleted items. So let's try this inside this folder as well. Delete items, and here we have one thing, so that one is this folder here. So this folder we have. Here we have the subfolder delete items, and here we have the subfolders here. So that's great. So it's working perfectly, but here we have one issue. You can see that when I'm moving to this folder here, inside the folder component, I'm selecting this particular component, only one folder is getting selected because we haven't implemented that logic here. So let's, without any delay, let's first implement that. So we are going to do the same thing here. Let's go to the index.jsx, and here first of all I'm going to copy this all. Just copy this, and in the folder component I'm going to paste it here. So just paste it here, and here what I'm going to do, so in the home component we have imported something here, so that is deselect folder and select folder. So we are going to just add those here. So deselect folder and select folder, just that's it. So now I am deselecting it and selecting it again. You can, whenever you click on delete items, you can see that I have two things here. So this is working perfectly. So now we are going to implement the delete logic. First we will implement for the files for both created and uploaded, and then we are going to do this for the folders. So that's first of all we will create the action creator here to delete all the folders and the files and then we are going to create the segregate functions for the deleted files and for the delete of the folders. So first of all, let's go here, let's go to the database and let's see what's happening here. So here we have folders. So in the folders, we can directly delete that one using its document ID, as we have the document ID of all the folders and we don't have to deal with the storage. But for the docs also we have the same thing, so we just have to delete it and we don't have to deal anything with it. But there is some change for the files here. So you can see that we have a file, one file is having the URL. So the file which is having the URL, so this means that this one is the uploaded file and this is inside the storage folder. So here also you can see that we still have the URL. Now this one is a file, so where you can see that we have index.txt file here, and here we have a URL. We don't have a URL, we have a null here. So this means that this one is a created file. So we will directly delete this file and this will be deleted from our front end as well. But we have to do one thing here. If this one URL is not null, so then using this URL we have to delete that file from the storage. Now let's see how we can do that. So let's go to the coding section back here, and here just I'm going to deal with this delete button. Other I'm closing all, and we just need the action creator here. So here we are going to create one more action. Action creator will be here, so that will be delete items, and we don't need anything here, and just we need the dispatch here. And here we already have a state, so from the state we can get the data. So here we have a state here, and from the state we will get some few things. From file and folders we are going to get the selected items. So now just console.log selected items, just save it. So now we are going to utilize this function inside this use dispatch. I'm going to uncomment this files and folder action creator one, and we also need the toast message, but we are not going to use the toast message here, so I'm going to delete that from here. We are going to use the dead message from a different way, but here also we need one thing also. For the delete button we also have to show the loading, so that it will be available for the user, like this one, this action is getting performed. So for that we are going to create a state as well, so that we will do it later on. So now here what we have to do, so let's move here, and here we are going to use this delete items function. So just I'm going to use dispatch and just delete items. So just I'm going to save this one, and let's go back here and let's see. When I'm clicking on the delete items, so we are getting selected item and it's under the file folder action creator. So this is working perfectly. Now we have these folders here. We have the two folders. Let me reload it again and let's see. So I am selecting this one, clicking on delete items, and we have the two folders here. So that's great. So now first of all, before doing for the folder, we are going to deal with the files here. So let's first of all do for the files. So here we are going to do one thing in the action creator. We are going to get the files from the selected items. So files will be selected items, and from the selected item we have to check if its item is file, and otherwise we have to just select for the folders. Now here we are going to create two sub action creators here. So let's create those. Export const delete. Actually we are not going to export this because we are not going to use this anywhere, and delete files, it will be here, and we will have the files here. So we have the files here. Now we have to segregate the files. We have to check the data from this file, that if we have a URL or not. So what we are going to do? So we are going to segregate the files here. First one is created files. So what will be the created files in which we will not have the URL? So we will just write like this, not file data.url. And the second thing, we need uploaded files, and for the uploaded files we will have this URL here. So now we have some issue here. Here what we can do, like here some optimization issue will be there. We have to run two for loops for this one. So let's do one thing. Let's run only one map, and then under that map we are going to segregate this. So let's try this. So here we will get files. Here we will create a promise here. So I'm going to create a promise, delete files, async, and we don't have to like use the batch, but we can use the batch as well. So batch by batch we can delete that, but we need the storage as well. So here we have the data, and then we have the docs, we have the files. Also we need one thing, so that one is the storage. So let's go to this one. And here we have the storage here. We have just to import the storage. We have imported the storage here. So here what we are going to do, so we are going to just we are going to delete these files here. So first of all what we are going to do, so let's create the reference for the storage dot reference, and reference for the files will be there. And here you can see that when I will go to the storage, otherwise we can do one thing, we can delete this from the storage only. So we have a storage here, file.storage. Actually we don't have to do this, just we can, I'm going to delete this one, yeah. And here what we are going to do, here we are going to use the promise. So promises is equals to, we are going to files dot map, and here we will have that particular file, for let it be map only. And here we will check if file dot data dot url is there, then using the URL only we are going to delete this. Otherwise we are going to delete this with the document ID, and that we are going to deal with the files here. You can see that we have for this files, and now same for the docs we have to do. So let's see, let's implement for the docs later on. So first of all we are going to do this for the files only. So just we are going to do this, and here we are going to await from promise.all. Const response promise.all. If we have all the responses, then we are going to return true, else we are going to return false here. And here also we are going to one thing, so if that we actually we will do it later on, that's not a problem. So what we are going to do, so just we are going to return promise.all, and this promises we are going to do, and here we are going to do response files, and this will be the asynchronous, and here just we are going to write await. Here will be the async await delete files here. That's it. And after that, if we have this response.length, if response files length is there, so then what we are going to do, so we have to dispatch. We actually don't have, just let's do one thing. So dispatch deselect all, so we are going to deselect all. So by default we are going to do this, but we are not dealing with the folders for now, so forget about that. And let's see the changes here. So if it is working, so we have the files here, and what was in the files, let's see here. So this one is my ID, so where we have this screenshot, so this screenshot should be deleted as well. So let's see. So first I'm going to select this screenshot here, and I'm going to click on delete items. So this should be deleted, but we have one thing here, so that is use custom middleware for async actions. So this one is actually the issue, so I don't have to use this async here. So let me click on delete item again. So it is selected, and this one is also I think deleted from here. So let's see this again, if this is deleted or not. I'm going to the files, I'm going to the here. You can see that that folder is deleted. So this means that this is working perfectly. So this one is working perfectly. So I have that file deleted, but after deleting this file, we are not getting that in the real time in the UI. So that we have to deal with as well. So let's see how we can do that. So for that we have to create one action creator, not action creator. We have to create one action here, and then by creating the action we have to do this in the reducer as well. So first of all, let's see if that is deleted here after refreshing. So we have the empty folder here. So that's great. We have the empty folder. We have the test folder here. Here we have the screenshot, but that screenshot is not deleted yet. That screenshot is not deleted yet. So this is because we are deleting this from the storage, but we are not deleting this. We are not deleting this from the document. So this is the issue. So first of all, we have to await from deleting this from the storage, and then we are going to return this database files .doc promise. So this thing we are going to do. So let's try this again, and let's do one thing as well. So after deleting this, after this is done, we have to delete these files from the folder as well. So let's wait for this one as well, and here just we are going to we need the dispatch as well. So let's do one thing here, add user file. Let's go to the file and folder action, and here we are going to write delete files, and let's do same for the delete folders. And here we are going to the reducer, and here we will see delete files and delete folders. So let's add this delete files. For the delete files, we are just having the doc ID from the file and then we are going to delete it. So same thing we are going to do for the folders here. Just same thing is there. So now go back here and here we are going to create one action. So let's create that action here. So we have deselected all, but we have to create one action for the deletion. So const delete files, and here we have delete items. Not delete items, delete folders action, and this will be delete file action, and here we will have doc IDs, and just we are going to return type and we are going to return the payload, and same we are going to do for the delete folders. And here we are just going to dispatch delete files action, and here we are going to, actually we don't have to deal with this here, just we are going to return this. So we are going to use the dispatch here. So dispatch delete file action, and we are going to map through the document ID. That's it. Just save it and now we can test it. Let me refresh it again. So it is some like internet issue. That's not a problem. It will work. Let me refresh it again. So here we have, so I'm going to delete this now, delete item. So here we have an issue that this one is not found. So this is because we have deleted this, but this is not found because we have uploaded this one, but previously we did not deleted the document. So that's why we were having this issue. And let's see, let's go to here. Let's go to the files, and here we need that file here. This one is a screenshot file. I'm just going to delete it from here. Delete document, start delete. So this should be deleted from here as well. We should not get it. I think I removed the wrong one. We have a test user. Yeah, this one is there, and this one is inside the test folder. So this one we have to delete. So let's delete it, and now let's reload it. Now this one is successfully deleted. So now let's try for the new file as well. So let's first of all find the new file. So where is the new file? So we should have new file uh, .txt as well. This is index.html. This is flag index.text. This is by the test user. This is a png. This is a new file.txt. It is inside the test folder. So let's delete this one. So I'm going to delete this item. Let's click on delete. Here we have one issue. So that is reference error, delete files is not defined. So here we have this issue. So delete files is not defined. We have to import these ones as well. So here will be delete files and here will be delete folders. But when I'm going to refresh it, we should not get this. You can see that this document does not exist. So this means that this is deleted from here. And here we are also not getting this. So let's delete this screenshot one again and let's click on delete item. So here it is not found, but we have deleted this one. So let's try this for the index.txt. Just click on delete item. And here we are getting use custom middleware for async action functions. So we have to use the custom middleware for the async functions. But we can resolve this one as well. Let's go to the action creator, and here we will not use this async one, and we will just write dot then, and inside the then we are going to do this everything. And here response will be there, and we are going to deal with it here. Response. And here also we are not going to deal with this one, and just we are going to return all the promises. That's it. Now let's refresh it again, and here I'm going to create one new file here. So I'm going to create a file. So this one will be the index file. Add a file. This file is added. Let's delete it. When I'm going to delete it, so we still have this issue, and this issue is for the async functions only. So this issue is for this one. So for this one, what we are going to do, so just we are going to return this, and we are going to delete it from here as well. That's it. And here we are going to apply the try catch as well. So if we have some errors for this one, we will console log the error, as well as our document will also be deleted if we have some error in the storage here. And then we are going to return as like true. Just that's it. That's it. We are going to just do this thing. I'm going to copy this here as well, and I'm going to add this here. Just that's it. That's it. We are going to do this only. So I'm going to create one new index file again, and I'm going to delete it. Just click on delete, and here we still have the same issue for the async one. So where we have done this, yeah, we have the issue here. So here we are using the async one. So this one is issue due to this. So let me refresh it again. Sorry for the video, it is taking long of time. That's not a problem, just it is going to complete it soon. So just click on delete item, and this one is perfectly deleted. It's very awesome. So this is working very perfectly. Now let's do this for the folder here. So now let's do for the folder here. So I will not take so much time for the folder. So what we are going to do, so we just have to delete the folders here. So if files.length is working perfectly and file is getting deleted, so here instead of deselect all, what I'm going to do here, so here I'm going to do one thing. After dispatching everything, so I'm going to just add the for each for the folders, and just I'm going to delete this one, as well as we need to add the loading here as well, although we don't need the loading. So I will not do that for now, so that you can do it yourself as the video is getting long. So here I'm going to remove this use state, just I'm going to use the toast message here. So here we have already have the toast here, and here once these docs are deleted, I'm going to just add here toast message, toast, just I'm going to use dispatch delete folder action. I'm going to delete all the folders, I'm going to deselect all, and then I'm going to add deleted items successfully. That's it. And here also I'm going to add the console failed to delete file, and the file name will be file dot data dot name. That's it. If that file is like not deleted, that's it. So here I'm going to create one file, so that is index file. Let me create it again. Yeah, that file is created, and let's first of all select this. Let's go to the test folder, and we have a new folder here. Inside the new folder we have one more folder, so both should be deleted. So let's click on delete items, and these one are deleted, and here we have a empty folder, and for the selected items we have nothing here. When I will go to the root, let's add one new folder here, folder, and here I'm going to add the file, created file, and I'm going to create the test folder name of file, test folder as well, and here I'm going to create a new file as well. So these all should be deleted. I'm going to select this folder, and here we have selected items. We have 5 items, so all should be deleted. So all are deleted here. Let me refresh it, and here we have all items deleted. Now whenever click this, let's create a folder again, index folder, add it, and let's click here, let's click this one, and let's click on delete items. So both are deleted. So now let's click this one here as well and click on delete item. So this one is also deleted. Also we are getting this error like this file is not deleted, so that's not a problem, but this one is working perfectly. Now when I'm refreshing it, we have nothing here. So we have nothing here, this one is empty. Now we can create a folder and we can utilize like this one. So for today this is enough. We have completed the simple delete operation. Also video was long as this one was little complex for you all, so I have to explain everything for you. So for today this is enough. If you have any queries, please comment in the comment section. I will see you in the next series, and I will see you in the next features of this series. So at last, thanks for watching.